Julie and Ryan. Today, mega movie star Ben Affleck. Plus, we get a smize lesson from Tyra Banks. And Riverdale's resident heartthrob, Cole Sprouse. All next on Live. And now, here are Kelly Ripa and Ryan Seacrest.
Good morning. Wow. Happy Thursday, y'all. March 29th, 2018.
Mark's birthday tomorrow. Shh, don't say anything.
Is it possible he's seeing this?
No.
Okay. Well, then...
Yeah, it's his birthday tomorrow.
What are we...
I don't know. I still have not... The point is I haven't gotten him anything yet.
Does he say what he... Does he drop hints?
He says things like, I just want peace in this house.
Right. And does he get it?
I just want you to get off my back. And I'm like, no, for real, something tangible that you can open.
That I can just stop on the way home and buy.
I'm not going to get off your back, and there'll never be peace in this house. So let me buy you something for your silence.
But is there food, like in our family, it's always about a meal. Is there food specifically?
His cake that his mom always made him growing up as a kid, which is a strawberry shortcake, but it's got a lemon pudding mixed into the actual cake.
Oh my gosh.
So that's always...
She combined desserts.
She combined desserts.
That's a hybrid of sorts.
Yeah. Oh. She's Italian.
Yeah, so she knows how to... Put it all in there.
Yeah. So we'll have that for him, but I would like for him to have something, like something to open.
I only suggest this for two reasons.
Okay.
One, because he deserves a great gift from you for being such a lovely, wonderful man, father, and husband.
Yes, okay.
And two, because the last time you got him a gift, I got the same thing.
That's true, that is true.
Christmas, we both have the same exact really cool blue jacket.
But did you like that jacket? Because that was a pre-order item that I jumped through hoops to get in advance.
It's the only jacket I want to wear because it's like, it's fitted to your body.
But it's also warm.
And it keeps you warm, but it's thin. And Mark and I are the two people in Manhattan that own this jacket.
Yeah.
And so happy birthday, buddy.
Yeah. So that's what you're saying is, so tell me what you want for Mark's birthday.
I mean, Lizzie, where's the list?
Right, where's the list? That way, because I need help right now. It's like, we've gone through lots of birthdays together. This is like my, let me think, I think this is my 24th birthday with him, like exchanging gifts, 24 birthdays. That's a lot of stuff. And there's been some hits and some misses. And there's been some big misses. Misses where I'm like, the next year for Christmas, his dad opens a present, and I'm like, didn't I get you that for your birthday?
He passes it down?
Yeah, he's like, passed on. He's like, she doesn't know.
I honestly, just as an outsider looking in, it's just quality time with you. That's what he wants most.
No, he doesn't want that.
Yeah, he does.
No.
He wants quality time because he's traveling back.
Stop trying to push me off on him. This is his happiest hour a day.
So he wants a bottle of something young, dry, and white, and French.
Young, dry, white, and French. Yes, that's what he wants.
He wants a bottle of white wine.
With no follow-up questions. When you order wine in a restaurant and Ryan Seacrest is there, he takes over the ordering because Mark and I truly have never developed the ability to order wine in a restaurant. We've always gone with wine knowledgeable people. Like, we have been smart enough to surround ourselves with wine smart people who know what to order, right? So I picked this up from going out to dinner with you and Shayna one night. You said, we would like a bottle of white wine. And the sommelier says, what would you like? And Seacrest says, I'd like something white, dry, young, and French. And Mark and I were like, I was like, write that down. So, flash forward to Schulweiss's husband's birthday.
Oh, yes, I remember this.
And the girls want a bottle of white wine. And nobody knows what to order. And I go, uh-oh, I'll do the ordering. over comes the man, and I say, we'd like a bottle of white wine. And he says, what would you like? And I say, something dry, young, and French. Right? And oohs and ahs at the table.
Right, impressive.
And he says, well, are you thinking more of a... And then he asked follow-up questions.
Then it's panic.
You didn't get follow-up questions.
No,
I was
panic.
like...
The wheels come off at that point.
I just want white and French and dry.
You have
From France.
You have to stick, by the way, I don't even know what that means, but I just stick to those descriptives, and then you just go right back into conversation at the table. Don't let them in for follow-up. Don't give them a crack to follow up.
I didn't want to let him in, but he was mesmerizing looking, was he not? He was very handsome, and we were all
Wasn't it your husband's birthday?
Yes, but she's not dead. It wasn't his funeral. She's not dead.
So, come on.
We were like, wow, you're in a city of good-looking people, noticeably handsome. and so I wanted to impress him with my wine skills.
No
and
follow-ups.
then it was a big fail.
No, listen, we know 1 minute about a lot of things, but get us to a second minute, we have no more information on that subject.
We are fabulously glib in 60 seconds.
In 60 seconds. It's the way we go through the headlines, just for a minute and then the next one.
That's right. Speaking of headlines, you know about the grunting at the gym?
Yeah.
Are you a grunter?
Yeah.
Who's here is a grunter at the gym?
Yeah.
Yeah. Grunt if you are.
Tennis grunters?
Some of you people are lying because I know I go to the gym and they crank up the music so that you cannot hear the grunting because it inhibits people from grunting. You understand?
I do, but I put my music on so I don't even hear myself grunting.
Yes, right.
And then I don't even know if I have gas or grunt.
Right. Well, we've all done that. We've all farted at the gym. And don't say, I haven't. Yes, you have.
Young, French, and dry, surely.
So they're talking about how this high decibel grunting or any sort of sound that you emit at a gym when you're either practicing martial arts, playing tennis, you name it, it gives you a substantial power in your performance. You
get more.
You get more
action.
Yeah, you get more action. And I'm always fascinated by they're saying it's a 10% increase. I think it's more than that. But because when I do push-ups, I cannot do proper push-ups unless I grunt my way through them. Well, which is, disturbing for everyone around me. But I get my push-ups done.
Yeah, actually it does. I think because speaking from, I have talked to the trainers and they tell you when you breathe out, it does help with the exertion of the heavy weight that you
don't have to make the crazy sound, but have you ever heard the tennis players, particularly during the U.S. Open? I don't know if it's a vacuum of sound.
That's a whole different language.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That grunting is, but
some of them are not grunting. They make bird calls.
That's
you're like...
I'm all for letting other people know how painful things are that I'm going through.
Really?
If I get up to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night, Shayna hears grunting from around the corner. You know? Oh, yeah. It's just, I'm stiff at everything.
But that's also being a man. I hate to gender stereotype, but men, my husband has almost died of a hangnail on at least 3 occasions.
We must make others feel how painful it is. You're right, to us.
Right. I remember going through labor and looking at him and he's like, you're having a contraction now. And I'm like, get away from me. You know what I mean? He's like, are you in pain? And he's like, he's going through it.
Yeah.
He's in pain. And I'm like,
step away.
I pray for 1 minute of this pain on you. But they have that machine, that we can connect you to, not you, but him.
Yeah, I want the birthday
maybe I'll do that for his birthday.
Yeah, I only want the present. I don't want the labor.
You can connect your partner, your spouse, to a machine that they say simulates labor. I say there is no such machine because
I've never heard of that.
But there is a machine, right?
Yeah, it gives you the contractions. We wanted to do it.
We wanted to do it? We did?
We wanted to do it to
When did we want to do that?
But doctors say it may not be safe.
Doctors say it's not safe?
There is a funny joke. Did you hear?
Doctor.
There is a joke. Can I tell the joke? I'm going to tell the joke,
Okay, go.
and you'll tolerate it, and then you can ignore it. Okay, here we go.
Just don't repeat it.
Woman and the man, she's in labor, and she's suffering through labor. They're in the hospital, and the husband says, I just wish there was some way I could take the pain for her. And the doctor says there actually is a way that you can take the pain for her. We can connect you to a machine, and this machine will allow you to, the machine will allow you to take 50% of the labor and the pain and the suffering. And he's like, yes, give it to me. Give me 50% of the labor and suffering. So they connect the father of the baby. So the father of the baby like dies, like gets the pain instead of the wife. Anyway, so I'm screwing this joke up. That's why I'll never be.
He died?
I'll never be a comedian. Anyway, here we go. So here we go. So they put the machine on her husband, and he's in the hospital, and they go, we're gonna crank it up at 10%. And she feels 10% better. She's like, I feel a little better. And he's like, I feel nothing, give me more. They give him 20%. And she's like, oh my God, this is a miracle. And he's like, give me more. He's like, I can take it. He's like, it's no big deal. He's like, she's complaining about labor. It's no big deal. Anyway, he takes 100% of the labor pains, and she goes through labor and delivery pain-free. And they come home from the hospital with the new baby, and the mailman is dead on the front. Get it?
I get it.
You get it? I screwed it up. I screwed it up, but there is a proper version of that joke somewhere.
We're going to post it on our website along with tour dates where you can see Kelly doing her stand-up around the country.
Yes. Oh, my God. Okay, we got to go.
All right, we got a great show for you today. Ben Affleck is here.
Tyra Banks is here.
And from the series Riverdale, Cole Sprouse is here.
And it's time.
Right now, it's Snow Wave Travel Trivia. I suck at jokes.
That's Brooke Wallison from Pleasanton, California.
Yes.
Hi.
Good to see you, Brooke. We're calling Marilyn from Stittsville, Ontario right now to see if she's watching to win a great trip that Kelly's going to tell her all about.
Okay.
And half the time people answer, and most of the time they don't.
They don't, right.
So the mailman...
Okay.
Marilyn Burnett.
Yeah.
All right.
So the
mailman
mailman was the father of the baby. Get it? Get it?
Ah.
So the father of the baby dies. He doesn't die, but he gets the pain. But
I think you wanted to kill him off.
He died from the pain.
We're calling Lori from Morgantown, Pennsylvania.
Yeah. The point is, men are babies.
And clearly we died during childbirth.
You died during childbirth. I'm convinced you would die.
Okay. Let's try and get Lori.
You have to go.
Oh. Not a lot of hope for this one.
Nope. No hope.
Wow.
No hope. No hope.
We had, how much did we have for her to win?
$1 million and a new car. I don't know. Okay, even though nobody answered the phone, there's still good news because a lucky member of our studio audience will receive a $500 gift card from Bed Bath & Beyond.
All right.
Ryan.
So pick out your numbers. Oh. Number 2.
Number 2.
Where's number 2?
Number 2.
Yes! Congratulations. Ben Affleck after the break. Be right back.
Still ahead on Live from America's Next Top Model, Tyra Banks. From Riverdale, Cole Sprouse. And coming up next,
Good to see you, pal. Look at that.
I think they like you a lot.
Very nice.
Yes.
Nice crowd, yeah.
We were saying backstage, have you grown? You seem taller to us.
Just the lifts that
Just
I
the
put
lifts.
in.
Oh,
Just
okay.
to make
Yes,
sure.
yeah, yeah,
Exactly, because I'm a little insecure about that.
Yeah, well, welcome to the club.
Now, listen, we're getting ready to learn how to smoke a turkey here. Do you smoke a turkey in your family? Is there?
I didn't know that that's how you did it.
Well, you can.
Just smoke them.
Yes, you take up smoking with the turkey.
No, I am not someone who's frequently called upon to cook anything. My kids are fond of saying, like, I can't make cereal.
Oh, that's
So
good.
yeah.
That's a safe place to live, isn't it?
I'd never get asked to do anything.
So with Thanksgiving coming up, are you on the West Coast for the holiday?
Yes.
What will you guys, what's the routine? What's the rundown?
What we'll do is Jen and I and the kids will get together, and my mom will come down, and hopefully some of her family, and we'll have a big turkey-type dinner, and then we actually live a couple of blocks away from Matt Damon, so we'll go down to Matt's house. He's the kind of friend that you have that's always like, come to my house.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't think he's been to my house in 15 years. It's just...
Is it true that everyone says you have a tunnel that connects the two homes? Is that?
It's the Bat Tunnel.
The Bat Tunnel is there?
Exactly. We fit the Batmobile, and he gets to play Robin, which is
Which is a dream for him.
I knew it. I
always
just knew
wanted
it.
to. Yes.
It's actually very sweet. I mean, are your kids friends?
Yeah, our kids are the same age, and they're friends, and they play together, and they put on plays, and they do stuff like that. It's nice. It's
And
like,
do you two come in and give them direction? You're doing it wrong.
terrible. I don't believe a thing. I don't. No, they're pretty good. Although my middle daughter told me she's doing a play at school, and she came home and told me the director was telling her to overact.
Overact.
Yeah. So
There you go.
She's clearly getting more refined than I am.
Yeah, I
They
get
tell
it.
me to overact. I just do it.
You look at these clips and you play Batman. So many kids look up to that character and that role. Do your kids think it's so cool that you're a superhero?
My 5-year-old thinks it's cool.
It's cool.
Yeah.
He thinks it's cool. He's like, my dad plays Batman on the movies, and he introduces me that way to his friends. The older girls think it's much cooler that I know you, for example. That's like the fact that I know Ryan. They listen to the radio show every morning. They're upset. I have to turn when the roses part comes. I have to turn that down.
It works for teenagers too, by the way. When your daughters are teenagers, put them around Seacrest and they become like putty. It's unbelievable. I'm like, I can get my daughter to do anything by evoking Seacrest's name.
I'm telling you, they're totally into it. And then Ryan is the pinnacle of, in their mind, you're all dialed in with all the Taylor Swifts of the world and everything. And
all the hits. Do you, like when one of the Taylor Swift songs come on, or the Quavo, or the Liam Payne, or the Niall Horan, do you sing along, Ben, in the car with the kids?
I try.
You do?
I quickly shot that. Dad, stop that. That's terrible. And I think I'm like close to on key, but you know what?
She's voice of an angel right here. You're next.
I mean, obviously. Listen to my speaking voice. Now, listen, last time you were here, you were telling us that your son, Sam, had a play date with the royal children.
Yes.
Has he kept in touch with the royal children?
I'm very disappointed. I told him, make friends with these kids. You do, suck up to them. They're powerful people. That's what we do. But no, he clearly has no common sense.
That's a shame.
Lost touch with the royals.
That's a fail. That's a big fail.
Friends with the King of England. You know what I mean? You can ride in the thing, and the horse, and the guard, and the...
I like that this is how they ride.
This is the thing, and
you
how
can
they
ride in the thing.
That's how they get places.
That's the royal family community.
So listen, you and Matt Damon go back a long time. I think of you two as one of the great love stories of our time.
I do too.
Yeah, I mean, I like that I like that you've maintained it all these years. Your kids are growing up, but when you started out your careers together, did you ever audition for the same roles? You're so different.
I started out I was on a kids TV series, and Matt was like, I want to be on a show too. So the prepubescent Matt.
Was that current Matt, or
Boy's got a little deeper,
okay.
But he wanted an agent too, so I took him to New York, and we got an agent, and they recognized clearly his gifts for a small guy, and they we went out auditioned together for the same parts. In fact, there was one super secret role. They said, we can't tell you what this is, but we're going to send you some sides. That's what you read, you audition with. But they're not related to the actual movie because it's all top secret. You can't talk about it. So naturally, we were thrilled and titillated, and we went down and both read it, and both of us thought we pretty much nailed it.
Nailed it. Yeah, nailed it.
I think, listen, if I don't get it, I hope you do, but I have a pretty good feeling that... And it turned out that it was for the Tim Burton Batman. It was for the part of Robin. Yeah, so
Wait.
we both auditioned for Robin. Neither one of us got it. I wish to heaven that Matt had gotten it.
Yeah,
Especially now.
How great would that be now?
Because now, right?
Yes.
But I don't remember Batman being in that movie.
Eventually, they decided to take out Robin. In fact, they
Robin,
didn't have
right.
Robin till like the third movie or something. They thought it was a sort of like, I don't know why they took it out, but you'd have to use your imagination.
But I think it all happened for a reason, right? Because it all worked out for you two just fine.
Yeah, it worked out great. Sure.
You call it one of Hollywood's romances, and I think a lot of people would. How many times a day would you say you text or speak with Matt?
Pretty frequently. Pretty frequently. We you know, it's nice to have somebody that sort of gets where you're coming from, knows what you're going through. You know Matt very well. You know, he's a great guy, and you know, it's just nice to have that kind of support from the little fella.
So at the end of a phone call, at the end of a phone call, who hangs up first?
That's a tough one. Usually me, probably. Because
But who says I love you first? Yeah.
We'll be right back with Ben Affleck.
See that coming. That's a scene from Justice League starring Ben Affleck. I mean, wow. That's the first time we've seen the gang all together, right? Everybody's together.
It's a lot of fun. And Aquaman, yeah, Cyborg, Wonder Woman, who's great, Batman, Superman, the whole crew. And it was nice because we really got along. So you got a sense of the sort of camaraderie and the fun. This movie's a little more fun, a little more energetic, a little more spirited, and I'm really excited about it.
When I look at just the trailer and the movie poster, it looks like straight out of the comic book.
Yeah,
I mean, it really...
It's much more in keeping with that.
Yeah, so
it
cool.
reminds me, actually, I have to say, and we didn't prepare this or anything, but I'm just going to say, you know, I went and did a thing at a children's hospital once because someone recommended me to do it, and I went as Batman and I signed stuff, and then I wanted to get some of the Justice League to go back. And Ryan does the most amazing stuff with sick kids, and you never hear about it. It's like, yes,
yes,
this
he
one
does.
right
Yeah,
here.
he does.
It's incredible. It's really... When I discovered what you did, I was really moved and really impressed, and I just think it's really cool. So I want to say congratulations.
Thank you for saying that.
Really
He's gonna cry now.
Thank you. Thanks for doing that. No,
Okay.
Thank you for spending the time to do that. That changed a lot of lives.
Yeah, it's amazing what you do, and it inspired me to want to do more, for sure.
Yeah, see that stuff, it like pays it forward.
Yeah.
Really great. So I just want to tell you one more time, we love seeing you in that bat suit. Never gets old.
Keep it up.
If you're ever in the mood and you want to bring it here and wear it for us, we will.
Runway.
We won't say no.
We did Wonder Woman justice on Halloween.
Oh, we were gorgeous.
Yes, we were all Wonder Women
we were
on
gorgeous
Halloween.
as
Take a look, Ben. I mean,
Take
if
a
it
look at that.
inspires you.
Take a look at that.
That's pretty good. I lived in costume envy of Gal because she had this very loose-fitting thing, and mine was kind of long. I'm fighting crime.
one twist at the waist at a time. Fabulous and fierce and a moguless. Please welcome Tyra Banks.
Nice to see you.
Look at that. Look at that walk.
Boom. Nice.
Like a superhero.
I gotta tell you, you know how to make an entrance. You really do. So have you always been fierce? Because Ryan was saying, like, he said, you know, he introduced you as fabulous and fierce. And as long as I've known you, you've been fierce.
I have been fierce as long as you have known me, but I have not been always fierce.
So tell me about your awkward, non-fierce time.
Yeah, when I was 11, I grew 3 inches and lost 30 pounds in 3 months.
Wow.
So I was my same height now.
At 11.
But 62 pounds less. And there was nothing that I could do to gain weight. I was miserable.
Right.
Really, really miserable. And then I slowly started to gain weight, and now every hallway is a runway.
Right.
mean, it's like I saw Tyra walk in backstage.
Yeah. Right.
Right?
I need
That's
right
the
in.
rule.
And I was like, she just, like, there's an energy that comes with you.
I just don't want you to think that that's how you look. That's not how you look.
I didn't look like this.
I watch her show. I'm supposed to do this.
Yes, it's a crossover.
Right. Listen, I'm a fan.
Yeah. Did you ever? It's so funny because I'm gonna derail this interview for a second. But did you ever have a mishap on the runway ever, like in your life?
You know, I have never fallen,
Right.
but I remember being a young model and walking on the runway and not understanding why I couldn't take like steps.
Right.
And it was because my shoelaces were tied together.
What?
Well, who did that?
Who did that?
I don't know. So this is what I did. You can't trip me up, honey. I was like...
I'm going to tell you, I think it was Claudia Schiffer.
Was it?
No, it's not it. I just like started a scandal. Start a scandal.
You say that you can see the model in everybody, right? You
yes.
can. Like, you see something in everyone.
I meet people and I immediately, it's the woman serving me in the restaurant. It is the accountant in the meeting. It is the bus driver. It's like, what's up, Tyra?
And if you see something, do you say something to someone? Like, you have an amazing...
I'm like, I love how the corners of your eyes turn up and you have one dimple here and your smile is a little crooked. And they're like, what? I'm like, that's a model.
Let me ask you a question.
Yes.
Look over here at Gelman.
Yes. Gelman
What do you see when you look at
him?
You know what? I love that Gelman's forehead is really strong. You have a very heavy brow.
Strong forehead.
Yeah,
Yes,
very
it's
heavy.
almost like, Gelman, if you keep your face straight but you look up, your eyes look up, but you keep your face straight, you don't see the ceiling. You see like your eyebrows, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because that's that heavy Cro-Magnon brow.
Yeah, it's like demonic.
It's very high fashion. That's high fashion.
Is that high fashion?
Yes. High fashion,
So Gelman has, let's say, a future as an aged model.
Yes, but aged, speaking of,
Right.
why is it that guys are sexy as you get older? Women,
Yeah,
why is it that the little gray starts coming in the crow's feet and we think that's sexy? But when we start to gray,
Right.
and when we get wrinkles, it's like, oh, Lord, send in the Botox.
Well, I don't know. If that ever happens to me someday, I just hope I'm great enough.
To endure the pain.
So all this age crap is unfair.
Yeah, it
and
is
like
unfair.
when your gray comes, I want you to celebrate whenever that happens.
Oh, yes, when
And
that does happen someday.
So I took the age cap off of Top Model.
Oh, no kidding.
Yes, it is 18 to infinity.
18 to
Really?
infinity.
Yes.
There's no ceiling. That's
No
right.
ceiling.
Hey, here's a show we're eligible for.
Is there still that damn height restriction?
No.
Okay, good. Okay, we're in.
So we're eligible.
We're in.
Yeah, I mean, I have girls that are like this, I have girls like this, I have girls that are like this, I have girls that are like this, I got this, I got this.
Is there a smize emoji? Do you know? Have you
know what?
invented that yet?
There is not really a smize emoji.
You should make some like Tyra Banks smize.
Oh, I have those like tie stickery thingies.
Yeah, but you should do like a
smize emoji. Like
Would you
emotion.
take us on a journey and teach us? Well, she can do it. Would
Yes.
you teach me how to? Well, both of us
Yes.
how to smize.
Well, smizing is easy. We've been doing that since season 1 of America's Next Top Model, which is the squint.
All right.
You know, and you like push through and you have to convince people to do whatever you want them to do by smizing. This season on Top Model, it's all about next level fierce. Because we've been fierce
Okay.
for 23 cycles.
Next level now.
Right.
And you have to take it up a notch. Because these girls have been watching since they've been like 3.
Right.
So,
oh my gosh.
They've grown up on the show.
That's crazy. Is that crazy for
I
you?
have girls that are like, I was 3 years old, Tyra, and my mommy used to wash her shorts. And now I'm 18 and I can smize.
That's crazy.
Crazy.
So, all right, let's
Okay.
So,
walk us through smizing.
Okay, so smizing
Next level
is,
smizing.
smizing is just squinting and like, doing that thing and really enhancing and pulling them in. Next level fierce smizing involves the body.
Do we stand up?
Yes, you stand up. And you're going to
Look how tall we are.
This is us standing.
We're going to turn away from the camera and then you whip. Okay? So 5, 6, 7, 8 and whip and keep moving and a smizing and a smizing and a whip.
Oh
and smize and smize and smize and smize and smize and smize and whip. Smize and smize and then walk to your camera.
Yeah.
Walk to it.
I'm walking towards it.
Keep it slow, but
Here
keep
it
the
comes.
smize. Keep the eyes smizing. Lips are Novocaine. Okay, and then last and whip.
great deal.
Welcome back. He plays Jughead Jones on the hit show Riverdale. Please welcome Cole Sprouse.
So glad to be on the show.
I know. Well, now you're on the show. But you've been here before, by the way.
Yeah, when I had a bowl cut as a baby.
That's right.
A bunch of other things.
I'm trying to think of what's the first year that Cole was on the show? Do we know? Do you have any idea?
I don't remember breakfast. I don't know why you're asking me.
99. 99 was the first time.
And what were you on for in 1999?
Something.
Oh my gosh, wait.
Yes.
Gosh. Do you still have that shirt?
Yeah, I do.
I bet you do.
Dylan does too. It's weird how my baby style is now coming back around.
Yeah.
Like overalls and bowl cuts are like you go to. I wear a hat every scene, so we dye the hair and it goes a little darker, but it's not like I'm bleaching it like KJ. KJ is going to be bald by the end of this show. And if I keep wearing the hat, this part of my head is going to be bald.
But that hat is really taking off. Like a lot.
Yeah.
I see that hat everywhere now.
It's good.
It's become a thing.
It's catching on. You know, I'm not getting any royalties for it though.
No. You gotta create your own now.
I gotta try.
Something that surprised me, I had no idea, and I watched Friends growing up, but you were Ross's son?
I was.
On Friends? I didn't know that. That's a good gig.
It was a good gig.
I think we have a clip of that. Do we have that?
Oh man.
You know, when you were a baby,
oh my God,
you and I used to hang out all the time.
Were you ever not cute?
I was your daddy's girlfriend.
But you're. You grew up in the public eye. I remember, the sweet life of Zach and Cody, and then you stopped acting for a while. You went to college, and you went to NYU.
I did.
And you got a degree in archaeology, or what was it?
It's called Geographical Information Systems and Satellite Imaging.
What?
I'd stick with archaeology.
Right. Yeah. It's basically like a virtual cartography, and I was applying it to archaeology.
No kidding.
Yeah.
That's like a real job.
It was.
And then
Riverdale feels like a real job too, if I'm being honest.
So you were studying that, doing that, and then this script came along and brought you back into acting?
And I was like, whatever with the artifacts. I don't want to become one of these artifacts. I'm gonna get back on screen. No, I had traveled around the world, and I was part of a couple excavations, and then I had a job in Brooklyn in some dingy lab in a basement in Williamsburg, and I was just bagging artifacts like a treasure goblin. And then I came back around. The art's called back.
The art's called back. Riverdale called. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll talk Riverdale and what is happening with Jughead and Betty. Right after this.
Tomorrow on Live, HQ Trivia host Scott Rogowski.